Hi friends, I'm editing this video and I completely forgot to do an intro, so this is your intro. Hi, how are ya? Hope you're doing well. I try to use as many Gosh products as possible. Not all their line is vegan, but a lot of their stuff is vegan, and most of the stuff I show you in this video is vegan, but all those details will be down below, as well as the Gosh vegan list. I just think they're a really good underrated brand, so I wanted to showcase some of their products. Also, I seem really grumpy in this video, but let me just editing it now, I was boring myself. So if you get bored, I don't blame you, but I think I was just really tired. The weekend was catching up with me. Also my camera shut off halfway through, so you're just gonna have to bypass that. Also, I feel like I've got a spot on the side of my face. Hello darkness, my old friend. Anywho, hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, let's just get straight on into it. So first things first, I started off with my brows, and for this I used two products that I've already shown a couple of times on my channel. The first one is an eyebrow pencil, and this has a spoolie on the end and a wooden pencil on the other end. And the shade is soft black, so it's quite a harsh colour on my eyes, on my eyebrows, sorry. And you can see that I do have to kind of work with it. I like the product, but the colour is a little bit off for me, but that's my fault, not the product's fault. I set it in place with the defining brow gel by Gosh, and I use the shade 003. I think they do a clear one and a lighter shade as well. If you have lighter brows than me, then there'll probably be one to suit you as well. And they're not exactly brow building products, but they're a decent gel. Barry M also do a brow gel if you're interested in a vegan brow gel from the drugstore, but that's what I use for my brows. And then I moved on to base. So for primer, I use the Primer Plus from Gosh, and this is supposed to be an anti-pollution product, and the shade I used is 005 Chameleon. Now, I don't usually use primer, I have to be honest. I'll either just use an illuminating base like the 100% Pure All Over Glow, or I'll just use a moisturiser. But this was quite nice for a primer. It left my skin feeling ready for something to put on top. A little bit tacky, but nothing too much so. It does go on a little bit like, you know, those kind of silicone based primers, but not too heavy, which is what I really like about this. And it kind of tints your skin a little bit. It does have a little bit of that, you know, those BB creams that when they change to a darker colour when you rub them in. This reminds me of those, and actually for a no makeup day you could just wear this because it does have a tiny bit of coverage, but it is quite tan, which is fine for me at the moment because I just spent the weekend working at a festival and I was outside a lot, so I've got a little bit of colour on my skin, but I have a feeling when I'm pale again this will be a bit too dark for me, so I wouldn't be able to use it as a base, but I could use it under a lighter foundation, if you know what I mean. So that's the primer I used. And then something that I'm not an expert in, I decided to colour correct with their colour correcting kit in 001 Colour Mix, and this comes with 5 different shades and a little mirror, which is actually really good quality. I really like the mirrors in Gosh products, very high quality. I like Gosh packaging actually. For a drugstore brand, I think their packaging is really nice. Sort of reddy salmon shade, a purple lilac shade, green, yellow, and a more sort of mid-tone concealer shade. And I don't really see the point in colour correcting, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really notice a massive difference when I do it. And I actually remember hearing, I think it was Sam from Pixie Woo saying that colour correcting is a waste of time, it's a bit of a gimmicky thing, it doesn't really work that well. And to be fair, when I was using this, the green, I didn't notice a difference at all. Like by the time you've actually worked it in, you usually use green on reddy areas, so spots or if you've got any rosacea, it's supposed to counteract the redness. By the time you blended it in, you didn't really notice any difference. The yellow I did find was quite effective underneath my eyes. I blended it in with a Real Techniques beauty sponge, and it did brighten the eye area quite a lot. And I used the concealer shade to tidy up my brows. The other 2 shades I don't think I'll find a use for, the purple and the red. I just don't think I'll need personally. If you're a fan of correcting kits and you want a vegan option at the drugstore, this is a really nice one, really nice for travel as well, really compact, and I really like the packaging, but for me I don't think I'm going to find a lot of use with this. I might now and again, but not massively. I'm just going to be completely honest. And it is based, the first ingredient is mineral oil, so if you try and avoid mineral oil because you find it clogs your pores, if you've got oily skin, this might not be for you. But if you're not bothered and you're after a nice cheap correcting kit, it could be for you. It's just down to your personal preference. Moving on to foundation, I use the Gosh foundation drops, and I've used these for ages and really like them. If your skin is really dry, they might cling to some dry patches, but if your skin's sort of normal, I would say these will be suitable for you. Again, if you're too oily, they might be a bit too greasy, so yeah, just be careful. You know, I really like them, but See if they will suit your skin before you go and buy them, because I don't want you to waste product or waste your money. But I'm in the shade 002 and I think this is a really good match for me. As I say, I caught a little bit of sun over the weekend, so they might be a little bit too light for me, but I really like these, and probably my favourite Gosh product that I've tried so far. I wanted to use this powder on camera. This is the Thistle Absorb Face Powder, and I got this in a Nourish Beauty box. I'm just going to put it on with this M&S powder brush. And I said in that video that I thought it was a face mask, so I used it as a face mask stupidly. And the lady who owns the company actually inboxed me on Instagram and explained to me how to use it, because obviously I came across a bit inept. But she did say that quite a few people get confused with the packaging because the lid just says Absorb Face, like that. So it can, she said that she understands how it can be confusing, so I'm not a complete idiot. This is obviously not a drugstore product, but I don't have any of the Gosh powders at the moment. However, I would definitely recommend them. They are really, really good. Very finely milled, and especially if you've got oily skin. They've got this one, I think it's called Prime and Set, which is really nice. I would highly recommend that. I just don't have it at the moment, and I didn't want to just buy it for this video. But yeah, if you're in the market for a powder, I definitely recommend Gosh. They've got some good stuff. This is, am I putting on too much? I feel like I am. That has set my face really nicely. I think I might need to go over my brows with the brow gel, because you know, it's kind of made them, give them a little bit of a white coating. I would say with this powder, it is, because it's clay based, it's not that finely milled. It is finely milled. Okay, I just contradicted myself in one sentence. It's fine, but you can kind of feel the grits on your face, but not uncomfortably so, just slightly so. So I've noticed when I wear this powder and I take it off at night, as I'm using my cleansing oil, I can feel the powder kind of, it's alright, it kind of exfoliates my skin in a way, but you can kind of feel it on your skin, if you know what I mean. But I like it. I think it's a good powder, especially if you're using it on top of a dewy foundation, which I would say this is like a natural dewy finish. Oh, I shouldn't have powdered my face, should I? Because I wanted to put these on. These are the Gosh Lumi drops. Should we see if this works? Let's just go for it. What have we got to lose? These Lumi drops are beautiful. I think these are tied with my favourite. Yeah, these are probably tied with my top Gosh product. The Lumi drops are quite a cult product. They're basically a liquid highlighter, and I've only ever used the pearly shade before, but this gold shade, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And really nice. I really like, you know what, I feel like a lot of the time going back to basics is really effective, and just using your fingers for product can give you a really, really nice look, especially if you warm the product well before. If you're using a liquid highlight, it can leave a really, really nice finish on the skin, because the warmth of the product means that it sits a lot better on your skin. So if you're having trouble with putting, you know, making product look nice and natural on your face, then yeah, I would definitely recommend ditching the brushes or the sponge just for a little bit and try and use your fingers, because I've noticed a lot of makeup artists, they use their fingers a lot when they're doing someone's makeup. Right, so unfortunately my camera died on me, but all I've done is finished off putting those Lumi drops on, put a bit of this Seraphine Botanicals bronzer on my face and on my eyelids into the crease, and then I went in with this Gosh eyeshadow palette, and I showed this before on my channel. It's not cruelty, it is cruelty free, it's not vegan, so I personally won't repurchase it, but I thought I would showcase it because it's the only Gosh eyeshadow palette that I've got. And I just put a little bit of the pink under my eyes and a bit of this light shade on my eyelids. Gutted that my camera shut off, but you know what, the show goes on. The show goes on, and I'm just going to put a bit of purple on my top lash line as well. What was I even talking about? The reason why I didn't realise my camera had shut off is because I was just sat here blabbing on about music and Reading Festival. I don't know if anyone watched any of the coverage over the weekend. I want the purple to be a little bit stronger, so I'm just wetting my brush. When you wet your brush and then go in with an eyeshadow, it makes it into a bit of a gel consistency, because it's not that strong of a purple otherwise. What does that look like? Does that look weird? Can't really tell. And then I'm just going to take this Seraphine Botanicals liquid liner just by the lash line to deepen that up a bit. And a bit of a wing, why not? And then for mascara, I'm going to use the Gosh, my favourite mascara. It's not personally my favourite mascara, but it's called my favourite mascara. It's quite a, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a thin consistency. It's kind of a normal, like not too thick, not too thin in terms of the formula itself. At first I did not like this formula at all, but it is slowly growing on me. It's quite natural, but it has got a little bit of volume volume in there. Anyway, as I was saying about Reading, I was wondering if anyone caught any of the coverage over the weekend, because me and my friend were working there over the weekend. We were in the press tent and we got to see, because you do pit runs where you stand between the barrier, the front barrier and the stage, and you've got to basically supervise the photographers, the professional photographers in front of the crowd, and you get a great view of the bands from there. Obviously doing work at the same time, but also, you know, sneaky look at the band. So we did that for quite a few bands. We got to see Loyal Kana, Liam Gallagher, which was amazing. I'm a big Oasis fan and he did quite a few Oasis songs, and I like his own stuff as well. Not massive fan of BDI, but his own stuff, like solo stuff at the moment, is really good. I really like it. I'm also going to take this Dusty Girls mascara, which is a brand I'd never heard of before, but actually they're it's like a spin-off from the skincare brand Mugu. I'd never tried the brand before. I'd heard some bloggers talk about Mugu or Muju, I don't know how to say it. But then I saw this in my local health store and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go, because the assistant said it was the only vegan mascara that doesn't smudge on her, so I thought, winner chicken dinner. And it's a really, really nice bottom lash mascara. I like it on the top lashes as well, but specifically bottom lashes, and this is all I used all weekend. And it is a natural mascara, so it doesn't last as long, I find, as a non-natural mascara. I've enjoyed this a lot, so I thought I would give it a shout out. And she is correct in saying that it doesn't smudge. It does not smudge. This is the lip balm I got in my Velvet Report box. It's by Herbivore and it's a coconut oil based lip balm. Both of these mascaras layer up really well, so if you're the kind of person that likes to build your mascara up so they don't look so, I don't know, so you get that volume but you don't get that spideriness, these two are really good for that. And then for lips, I'm not much of a liquid lipstick person, as I've said before, but I thought I would just show this Gosh Liquid Matte Lips in the shade Candy Floss, just because it's here, and I thought, you know what, I've used a lot of Gosh products, so why not use a Gosh lip product? And I'm not going to use a lip liner just to see how well it sits on the lips. I have tried this before, but just wanted to show you. I really like the wand on these, the sort of shape of it. It's a little bit longer, a little bit thinner, helps you to get in all the little nooks and crannies of your lips. This didn't go on as well as it usually does. I think it's because this lip balm that I used is coconut oil based, so it kind of made it separate a bit. And in terms of the formula, it is movable, like you can rub your lips together, but it does have a little bit of stickiness, so it's not matte, it's kind of like a soft matte. These aren't bad. I'm not a massive fan of liquid lipsticks, but these aren't bad. And then I just thought I would set everything in place with a little bit of rose water. A little bit? A little bit. I got this in the Velvet Report box as well, which I've got an unboxing video of if you're interested. And that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you in this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've tried Gosh products before, what you would recommend from the brand. I think my favourite products are their foundation drops, Lumi drops, and their powder is really good. If you're oily skinned, they do have a good powder. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say. If you watched any Reading coverage, let me know who your favourite band was, or Leeds. If you went to Leeds, if you went to Reading, I hope you had a really good and safe weekend, and hopefully I will see you very soon. Bye!